I wish to extend warm congratulations to you, Justice Paul Bafuboni, on your appointment.
I, Paul Bafuboni, do in the name of the Almighty God swear to the Republic of Ghana as by law established and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. So help me God.
And to me, about 50 years.
Silence means consent. What the minority leader is doing now is not what I did.
Honorable Kennedy Agyapong, boa NDC for Ekuma Party no.
Nyame kan ha. Kennedy Agyapong, onye president ya ngo se be president, untimi nye president.
Nyanko fo na omujimi. Bo nyankasa na momo preso be president no. Obaye no we president.
Abusia, mame samu kwaba biom emra dwumadie so finally His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has sworn in Justice Bafuboni as new Chief Justice and what you know and come over in a freche but then Mampani din sembi atu Justice Bafuboni anymore to see me no kase and sembe pre in a dear quick one ebe room and what Speaker of Parliament and in sembi atu Minority Leader afenyo marking and a minority phone in nim and what so no I haven't seen bebre aba quick one ebe ro so na fe no ye di hu nkomona bibia aye kama MPP amanyokuo no enche na omo presidential primaries no e baso eno nanam so ama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia kam wo makoka asem bi awana tia Honorable Kennedy Agyapong ama sia me no kasei enseme freche banabusua esawani enseseme ena me kacho Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia di tuja se ono onkasantia aspirant biada but then where Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia camp ena issue yi efi baba quick one eberam na edihon komona ibia ay kama baransana yeberan seminim no His Excellency John Dramani Mahama edi asebia to new Chief Justice nanim eno chino ensem bebre area change quick one yanko na enko tie nsem na ekoba ensem bebre ene diachi.
I, Paul Bafuboni,
do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance.
To the Republic of Ghana as by law established.
To the Republic of Ghana as by law established.
That I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of Ghana.
That I will uphold the sovereignty and integrity of Ghana.
And that I will preserve.
And that I will preserve.
Protect.
And
defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana.
And defend the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana.
So help me God.
So help me God.
My Lord, the newly sworn in Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana, my Lords, the Justices of the Courts, Honorable Ministers of State, Chiefs and Traditional Leaders, Members of the Diplomatic Corps, Heads of Security Services, Senior Government Officials, distinguished guests. Sorry, it says fellow Ghanaians. I want to say something else. My fellow countrymen and women. Today is a solemn and historic moment in the life of our republic. We gather here at the presidency to witness the investiture of the new Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana, Justice Paul Bafuboni, in accordance with Article 144 of the 1992 Constitution. This ceremony is more than just a symbolic change of guards. It marks a significant milestone, and it reaffirms our collective dedication to constitutionalism, the rule of law, and the independence of the judiciary as an equal branch of government. And so on behalf of the government and people of Ghana, I wish to extend warm congratulations to you, Justice Paul Bafuboni, on your appointment and assumption of this distinguished office. The constitutional role of the Chief Justice, that is the office that you assume today, is among the most important under our Constitution. The Chief Justice is not only the head of the judiciary, but he is also the symbol and guarantor of justice for our people. You preside over the Supreme Court, you chair the Judicial Council, and bear the responsibility for administering justice across our country. You will oversee the work of judges and magistrates nationwide, from our busiest urban courts to the most remote districts of our country. Our Constitution enshrines the principle that the courts, as outlined in Article 125, shall administer justice in the name of the Republic of Ghana, guided by the principles of freedom, equality, probity, and accountability. And so as Chief Justice, you are the first guardian of these principles within the judicial arm. Judicial independence and separation of powers. The strength of our democracy depends on a delicate yet essential balance of powers among the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. Each branch is supposed to operate independently, and yet they have to collaborate in order to serve the common good. And so today, as President, I pledge my unwavering commitment to the independence of the judiciary. And I wish to say that an independent judiciary is not a favor to the courts. It is a constitutional necessity and a protection for every citizen, including the President. We must therefore jealously safeguard the institutional, financial, and administrative autonomy of our courts. Decisions of our courts, whether we agree or not, whether popular or unpopular, must be respected and enforced. This is the bedrock of the rule of law. And I'm confident that under your leadership, my Lord Chief Justice, the judiciary would continue to uphold its constitutional mandate without fear or favor, and as you said in your oath, without affection or ill will. In recent years, public institutions worldwide and in our own country have been questioned, scrutinized, and sometimes criticized. Our people want institutions that work, but they also demand institutions that they can trust. The judiciary in particular must be above reproach. One single act of corruption by a judicial officer can undermine years of hard work and erode public confidence in the entire system. My Lord Chief Justice, one of your most urgent tasks is to strengthen integrity within the judiciary. And this includes, firstly, firm but fair disciplinary standards for judges and staff. Secondly, transparent and predictable procedures for case assignment and management. Thirdly, strong internal mechanisms to address allegations of misconduct. And fourth, a culture where ethical conduct is rewarded and wrongdoing is swiftly sanctioned. Our citizens must know and feel that justice in Ghana is not for sale, and that no one, regardless of their power or status, is too powerful or too humble to be held accountable under the law. Justice must not only be fair, it must also be accessible, it must be timely, and it must be affordable. Too many of our fellow citizens still experience justice as something that is distant, that is slow, and financially burdensome. Court adjournments, delays in delivering judgments, and complex procedures can turn our courtrooms into places of frustration rather than places of hope. I therefore urge you, my Lord, in collaboration with the Judicial Council and the Bar, to prioritize the reduction of case backlogs through innovative case management systems. The expansion and modernization of court infrastructure, especially in underserved districts. Also, the use of technology, e-filing, virtual hearings where appropriate, and digital recordings to improve efficiency. And also simplified procedures, especially for small claims, family matters, juvenile and labor matters, so that ordinary citizens are not excluded by technicality. As government, we recognize our responsibility to provide adequate resources to support these reforms. We'll work with your office to ensure that the judiciary is adequately equipped to deliver justice in a modern and efficient manner. The Constitution of Ghana guarantees fundamental human rights and freedom of all persons in Ghana. But rights have meaning only when they are effectively protected and enforced. The courts are the last refuge for the vulnerable, the poor, the marginalized, children, persons with disability, and all those who feel powerless in the face of authority or abuse. And so I trust that under your stewardship, the judiciary will deepen the protection of human rights and civil liberties. and that the judiciary will ensure that justice is not tilted in favor of the wealthy or powerful, and that it strengthens specialized courts and divisions where necessary to address issues such as family welfare, land disputes, commercial disputes, environmental protection, and corruption, and to promote alternative dispute resolution mechanisms to complement the formal courts, especially in community and family disputes. Justice must not be an abstract principle confined to law books. It must be seen, felt, and experienced in the daily lives of our people. A modern judiciary demands continuous learning because the law is constantly evolving through new legislation, international obligations, and emerging areas such as cyber law, environmental law, law of the ocean, and complex commercial transactions. I therefore encourage you to strengthen the Judicial Training Institute as a center of excellence for continuing legal education, to promote regular training in ethics, judgment writing, court administration, and the use of technology for our judges and judicial officers, to develop clear performance standards and evaluation mechanisms for judges and magistrates without compromising judicial independence, and also to encourage research, publications, and dialogue between the bench, the bar, academia, and civil society. Because a judiciary that learns is a judiciary that leads. Relationship with the bar and other stakeholders is important. The administration of justice is a shared enterprise. Judges, lawyers, court staff, law enforcement agencies, traditional authorities, and the public all have a role to play. So, my Lord Chief Justice, I urge you to cultivate a strong, constructive relationship with the bar and other professional bodies and stakeholders. A robust debate between the bench and the bar is healthy, but it must be grounded in mutual respect and a shared commitment to the rule of law. I also encourage greater outreach and public education on our justice system. When citizens understand how the courts work, they are more likely to respect court decisions and to use lawful means to resolve their disputes. Even as we emphasize independence, we must also recognize the need for cooperation among the three arms of government. The judiciary needs an enabling legal framework, adequate budgetary allocation, and supportive policies. The executive and the legislature on their part require timely and impartial judicial interpretations of the law and the Constitution. In my administration's research agenda and broader reforms, we see the judiciary as a critical partner in building a just, prosperous, and stable Ghana. We will engage with your office in a spirit of consultation and respect, while scrupulously preserving your independence in the performance of your judicial functions. And so, my Lord Chief Justice, today you stand at the intersection of law, history, and service. You come to this office with many years of experience on the bench, with a record of distinguished service to our country. The expectations of our people in you are high, and so too are their hopes. And so I charge you to lead with courage, even when decisions are difficult or unpopular, to guard jealously the institutional integrity and independence of the judiciary, to inspire your colleagues and staff by personal example in diligence, humility, and fairness. And always remember that every file that lies on your desk and every case in our courts represents human lives, families, and people's futures. If you discharge your duties faithfully, posterity will remember you not just as a Chief Justice, but as a Chief Justice who made a significant difference. To you, my Lord Chief Justice, to my lords, the justices of our superior courts, and to all judges and staff of the judicial service, I pledge the cooperation and support of my government as you undertake your sacred mandates to the people of Ghana. And to our citizens, I say, let us continue to place our trust in the institutions of our republic, and let us resolve our disputes peacefully and in accordance with the law. Let us defend the Constitution not only in word, but in our actions. And so once again, I extend my congratulations to you, Justice Paul Bafuboni, on your appointment and investiture as the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana. May God grant you wisdom, strength, and good health as you carry out your onerous duties. May God bless you, may God bless the judiciary, and may God bless our homeland Ghana. I thank you very much.
Okay, Commander.
Yeah, Director.
Finally.
Yeah.
Oh my Ghana, you get Chief Justice.
Of course.
Chief Justice that are the Oko. New Chief Justice Enaba. The amount for say one more book no. Ewo MPP abreso no. Afeni eba be jeli wo munyina. Ba quick one you ransom nim. President Akasa.
Director, Mamna was in the first place. Na mincha for nafi. Said the Debia no. Yenim common free swearing in no. Any man penim koma udi.
Yeah.
Director swearing in no enya de foforo. Yen nyina yim say Chief Justice so for ba e dey be swearing in. Obey adwuma because me na menim say Bafuboni e kosoro ne betene ye pe obaba be ye adwuma as Chief Justice. Na mom adwuma na obeye no san e na adwuma ne besi akọ. Director me pese me di mampani nkomo no e hyase.
Yes, answer mampani tunufu bebre.
Of course.
Na Chief Justice we e ba no.
Yeah.
Na anu e won ho doso. E ma minority ni MPP fo no kwa sisi me no kase ombu afu.
Of course.
Enti oba no ama me ye adwumaden a wagu mampani ani ma se. Fa quick one ye nto aso fio.
Director mampani nkoma odi ye no. Eniema miensa e na me mafa afiri mu a se Mr. Paul Bafuboni odi be ye adwuma e ba boa no. Omfa nya adwuma de a enye omo na omo criticize no. Director omo benya no. In the first place mampani say Mr. Paul Bafuboni emfanse ni tirimu say ene ya wabe Chief Justice no say Assembly Court na ye dia ye ni se obi oba ni tumi soboro so edie ntimi ni nasem obi oba o saboro so nti nasem ba ya na ya foso di ntem say odifo odibo ni ebuan fo na e di ne ko issue be that
enye se obi ye NDC ni obi ye minister obi ye MP obi ye penimu bi enti no no de se de katakata asem no so na me no mienu de koya na ye di ni fast e de yakotu
e hona na me ba ni because Mr. Paul Bafuboni nim say na appointment we na NPP ni minority for nim pene so enti eno nkyere say issue bi ba na eye minority ni MPP ni a and the Chief Justice the by force in 10 term na wa share judges ni kutupa na o mabuo teni pa
de ba ndi commander among forces said the MPP for years ya bokro no yi e wo say Chief Justice man ho ya ha no woteche wo mu nyina na wo mu attorney general ateche wo mu no
I agree
court no man nya ha e bi kwa ko ndi bi kwa anadwo
mejitum na me point ne say enye say oye MPP ni nti ko she judges na chi Bafuboni nkoyi judges bi na on control mo nkyere mo de o monye but send this ni asemba dia na Bafuboni a relax because eno de eye NDC for na de ne ba ube hu say minority bi be so parliament no mo gbe ko Supreme Court said na afanyo marking eye no e wo undergraduate toko na abreso no ube hu na BBS na NDC for ko na justice na enei oye Chief Justice no osusu say NDC MPs no ene pushi ye ema ye mfa ne say gini tum enti oye bibi to favor them ye mpene sa
and na mampani atu no
mampani say ne first tax e was say oye na dwuma eso edikan ne say ye judicial service no na nima guase kwan be na obefa so a ye integrity at the judicial service no e be san aba biem
eno de ampa because say wo hwe oman Ghana nkwada nketenkete kwa no obi o social media na de wo musi kasafa judicial service no no ase entwaye o
twaye krakra enkoye it most of the times Ghana ni bia dwe ne say ye judges ni akomfo ye judges ni sabi omo ye politicians omo ne politicians da kataba akoso nti woni politician nya asema udi bem kra ubedifo that is the mentality enei e Ghana futrim director I agree with the president Mr. Paul Bafuboni with the vast experience ya wanya e was Supreme Court and judicial service nim no se wantimi an change image na judges ya ba twam no atwa fa judicial service no ho ye nyina ye adwene no ama na anya foforo de a but I'm sorry to say but disappointing mampani a disappointing movie pa director san come no kwada nchen mampani side shemu say ene ya oba be Chief Justice no o make sure say judicial service ne be ya kono e go be fair enti say obi no obi nya asema judicial service no independence omo di omo ho ya omo betima ye adwuma sa di omo pe nemo omo di omo ho no nso nkyere se bi omo so e de che oman ni nyina nti se omo ye de anyampo a they feel say we are independent ye de huntie be ye de enye
but after say ye ba be yi tokonu afiri won
of course
then na mententen so say tipani bu hia me no say na one likely so obeba and I'm so I na acting Justice Bafuboni o say hey one there papa no experience obetuma ya adwuma no e dia sema wo kan no amafo say papa no betuma ma na ya akono
of course the matter because one judge or starting from circuit court nti wa ya adwuma okumase of you hoko dia enkwanta right from circuit court district court high court appeals court and na obabe drew Supreme Court no crowd. More than 1 decade.
Oh yeah.
Or number is 17 years at the Supreme Court. And to such a person, the writer said, when your opportunity, not oye Chief Justice ya, or be anyway, but my expecting a lot. A chair or no. Man penny at the Constitutional Review Committee. And say, Emra you so mine. A be a one in a moyen. And the Apacia Yen Sakraya. Say Yen Sakraya. I was say a Chief Justice ya or a current. Chief Justice ya or Sanya Manase or Nim say Emrawi time be a criminal. Not a use but a nadia a cake a crumb. Yes, she say not on team collaborating well. Not on making sure say vulnerable ordinary Ghanaians no or Betimaka say Sebi mini capre Nemo Semino Binya Sem Namu Kesia Mina to drew court on Quadia no creno a bedad.
Okay,
yeah.
Young corner swans way. So who can say me son?
Of course, the better on the last one. Mampeni common, a very simple. The better say, Mampeni, what Chem Achra Bafuboni say, Nani Swadi Huno, any interest set or mine by a no, Nina Judicial Service. Oh, yeah. But that is the last part, and Yamipa, because in some Mampeni say, or your reset agenda, or sa or mine, and this or catch will say, yen democracy say very ya e jina wo so dia but I can be vitro
opa
ye wo president the cabinet ho any wo parliament any speaker but mampani say yen democracy e 32 years say e be ya e ye wo poba for money the matter me jina wo so ka say de ntia geto toko no me fo so say yen nyini free ho no say no ho a yen democracy enye yi the matter of course
ade na o ye de
madwene me gide kire me say eniema na getwe toko no eye ene yakase yi na free ho said the NP before dimirika taineti no e chese politically na oye political justice enti eniema na oye no na oye with a political party oye partisan oye politician enti enei se owo a yen democracy ni enye ye but yen so person democracy ni ye enti ebeye ye dia we need somebody oye patriotic obia sebi oman no hia no obia na dwimudo na ote ase se oman ni nyina democracy no abegina no so because we live in a Ghana say obia soria or say justice no omo a threat to democracy the right thing say we bafo boni na mampani ma we awe say democracy be ye ya enye ono because what sha amanfo be ka so mampani be say democracy because opeso okotetem na mampani ba say onkotetem say ni pani say democracy ni be ye ya empe gina tum ye o say nya ono eyewo it tells you say o adwuma ye
commander quick one yemfi ho speaker of parliament Alban Kingsford Bobin at the warning Kessie Ako ama minority leader.
Of course.
Kwame na afenyo marking. Na ensano ba sana ko nsem bebre awanti yenko tiemra ekoba abusuan samu achipa.
You've been told often, and sometimes I expect some of you who experience it to respond, but you don't. And you know, silence means consent. What the minority leader is doing now is not what I did. He has copiously referred to you people that he took inspiration from my record. Please go and read my record. I never, on the floor, raised my voice. I never, on the floor, tried to show grandeur. No. I stated the ecology, the political environment, tested the pulse of the people, and you play along with that.
Director, Speaker of Parliament,
of course,
as DSS minority leader no no.
Okay.
As a Ghana for being shared who be that.
No correct.
Because Afanyoma can say no. If you say so, then any question to form.
No correct.
On what I say, ne credibility ne kurano no.
Yeah.
I'm force it one more lose interest. Ewa Afanyoma kimu.
No correct.
I'm force no mu jinidi.
Of course.
But at this time, Afanyoma can do no one kasa ho aba form. A quick one in room.
Well, Director, unim bibi. Afanyoma kin komo yi. Eye me yapa na a very sad. Ninjana say o share time NPP eyi Afanyoma kin as majority leader because at home na no more majority. Na eye time enkonya no eye 137 ena baako eda kirema NPP 138. Yeah, and same kosi parliament na NDC eje majority no every MPP sem sa brenum ena na MPP enye GDS say yenyi was chairman sabonsunsin chen with the vast experience away na yemfa Afanyoma kin ema mishem ntina GDN ni say he is a lawyer our parliament here sebi na dwimo dua obetimi a communicate very well na amanfo agena tum even NDC MPs no betima convince wo mo making sure say omo be hu no na wanya majority ni dia ma wo mo any bibi omo pe but it's just unfortunate ade sa time ko ni nyina no na amanfo a omo abonten no omo interest awo Afanyoma kin mu ekofom
na to the sense Speaker of Parliament ebe two safu we no now timu say Speaker of Parliament wo hu bibi
director
wo hu bibi bone
earlier nkomo bebredi nke akoso but Afanyoma kin na dwen koso because so hwa asem kitu ABC Parliament ya Afanyoma kin beye hu dede akansem west upon west we are no stage workout ye kwaye vetting of Chief Justice obe stage workout ministers never to obe stage workout ye correct mini budget obe stage workout every single tenor onim say way a right and still because opese oyena MP for you say Afanyoma kin is opposing NDC right yenim say as minority leader what dwumati tirupani say most of the times obe oppose majority any aban no but ye won nyema bi ho a we all understand say you don't have to oppose it is a nei say yakọ parliament na parliament aka kire yen say enema bi ho a omo be say omo twam for example in 2024 tax exemptions say companies be tax also mutua ye dey che wo mo na to force say yamfa mfamra kwa so enti we die yenyinsi nchen Afanyoma kin se ontia se otwea na ntwea na was stage workout
and ye pa
director ebasa obi en hodi buo be ma but se watie ni nkomo na in the last sitting ya omo koye ko ready budget no speaker yusu word bi a Afanyoma kin nim sanadwa maso speaker say Afanyoma kin timi sori gina soro na waka say with the greatest respect na che say obu a esopa mu na mede ka say obawie no obeka say wie no na waka asema eye an insult edidi atam na akere
na Chief Justice you say ensensemi kwa no asa Afanyoma kin aye no ho fin dodo
of course
so ni nyina ka on speaker e tu no fuyo
director eye too bad
Chief Justice ensensemi
obafo
boni die
eno na ye the genesis of afutuo we nyina because e chance ye no wa twea na oko TV interview
enti mimi die ne say na Afanyoma kin woni mpefe say tokono eden a obefiri ho
of course
acting Chief Justice Justice Bafuboni eden no na beba be Chief Justice
of course
enti eden na nka won fa mia wano because otwemu tan o kasa wan kasa ono na beba be Chief Justice no enti o de mia wano na fo ni hwe ne yema bi
director unim
ye me twa what you say
it was some na sepa because etoda say we silent on certain issues ye power sempa say atofos in be minority leader for a very short time that time ni mu anchena NDC say omo ji majority of parliament atofos na on kasa sao na on stage workout but among for be pen asem enam so amnei obey finance minister interest among for onmukran ekosoro ni nyina ye because of how our comporting in parliament enei say we say among for because na abamba bi ne duru be a strict or your minority leader na or stubborn but say who tie ni komo ya or limit say who attacking the personal or be react but say your personal attack na yen komo jitim say we die say na tia you don't have to go extreme say yen stage workout yen nye de ma manfo hu
okay
very bad
quick one commander info na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia nkrofo no o maka asem bi na asam na kofa asem aba abuso de enya mutre nkotiemra na menimsa enza nkrofo ya ne o mu video amanfo ntam pesa but adansidie nti yetia se da be ya ye kasa obetia de na se enti awose ye exposing nkrofo bi to de enti wemre koba e beto aso na afi no abegi jensu awram
atade atwogu afa NDC de ase internal election aso Honorable Kennedy Agyapong no makofa no na kosi na 2 na akodi Bawumia tema owi anu watwa antoro se do me kwa benya Bawumia nya 5000 na Maikukwe enya 50000 nti Bawumia enya credible person say to abafama no so now so bi gina baabi ka say Honorable Kennedy Agyapong boa NDC for Ekuma party no a evidence in the ho no
very clear
evidence in the ho no and obi obeka say you can't blame him evidence in here evidence in here
alo ya huru bi da baby say woni akwasi o mutade mo koye na ba ko ye yezu za afi mo tian no say ye ken mentia say internal election kakra ye beko na mo de mo ye ma dun say ye be di attract nipa so ye be twa ensem a enye no kura afa nipa ho ena me say kwabna kura be kwabna santi ni page na yi bi da ho a wo de o me di fake aboso je say o ma se da kotre bi say
o ma send box SMS
say Dr. Bawumia ekoje emwa efi side fu bi ho ena o de be ni camp what is this Kennedy Agyapong monto mo bo ase kakra na you are not born a president you can't be a president and then me can ha Kennedy Agyapong onye president ya ngo se be president untimi nye president enti to obo ase party MPP untimi se no ne ense ne tena because of your selfish interest untimi Kennedy Agyapong untimi se MPP una also can founding fathers but MPP obeto se de me beto ye no
he no founding father
enti se what is so desperate ama jimboni bi about him se enye wo a enye wo bi a wo boa party no sunsun susun won kasa wo sunsun enti untimi say MPP de obaye no wa ya wie se money na agu ase ena de wo ko find this ni na betra wo TV so na wadi Dr. Bawumia tem de na wo gina sa so so
that's right so quickly no so better touch on this
I mean political VR ya draw line
ya ti omo ya ti wo filigadochi ya ti wo filigadochi
me pamocho
ya ti wo kwabra no hana kwabra ni obi ode ko mehwe nyomo ode ko
my thought ni o me pacho so when ya bulk messages be ekeka nsema die eke nyina fa Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia bia no ntro and atiase say almost started say the moya wo north no ye be ye bi wo south says north ye wo dia south ye dia Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia mi na no ka say region bi aye ne dia onu nkambom the policies no preach eno musa bae ebe start kan minority ena mu ya kan for me ni me kasa wa kan mu akire mu na mu ntie next one eno mu dia ko duru ho send bulk message say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ni sadifo akwakoye no ma bi na honorable Ken na to shi wan face kan ma ka campaign e beto aso into be support you be na to chi nyansia no de kakra ba na utumi san start biom se no wo fie so what is the problem what is really the problem usu ye sika no na di sika fem ba brian ba na wa celebration call from
say there me na me ka say big gate adane Lazarus njakoya din the big gate is kenini say adane Lazarus nyani enti ato mani akeka obi a yeko prime minister akoyi presidential candidate ya mo sha say this ka and ye wiska ye wiska ye ne abi adwuma ye ne wiska afedu ba bi a mo aye den ne de mo se ra mo di atem so obi cheska na no say how kumisi cheska na le afeda bi gate adane Lazarus wana kona mo se bi this ka ba wi ase na obi tie bia na musu
odisika to
prana na no de obi tie bia musu
me da say
Honorable Kennedy Agyapong Agyapong as a crofo de o mo china wo timi horo no pa o
of course
but then ayana me a surprise
okay
da sebra no kasa se Honorable Kennedy on se president on timi ni president da no
yeah
sa da sebre ya so Honorable Kennedy atua ne kapen wa ya adwuma ma ne pen
of course
2012 and 2016 ya to aba wie ne te se da sebre yi wa yira
ya beto aba no
aha
na opekwan bia so am yaka say the sitting president John Dramani Mahama chinkrofo DMP before bone and now share that quarter baby beka say ya kidnap no
say ya to aba no wie ye no ya to ye na ye kenkan ni mu na beto dwa so wa yira
yeah of course
after election no
okay
so that time ya to wie
okay into such a person director ni moral level na wo hin
that time no ashefel
ni integrity ni wo hin
yeah
that time no wo ye adwuma Honorable Kennedy Agyapong and wo betwa ntro we kire Ghana for
say NDC fu ache no
NDC fu ache na sie ya kidnap no into that time e show obi atirim say NDC fu ya udifo udi agro a ye bekun ye bechewu ye be kidnap ena enei onye adwuma Honorable Kennedy biem. He is trying to portray a picture. Be say, Honorable Kennedy said, "Onye correct."
Oh,
Adanya. This time, Oye Joma Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And Runtina Tesadia, I will do everything possible to make sure say who are all compete Bawumia Biano. Say be uye ni pahuno.
Na ekoto abani wie. Na Honorable Kennedy Agyapong Agyapong. Walidi na obeye flag bearer ama NPP foa. Say we say no MB for nan kasa mo show no clear say on timi winning against NDC
of course
because MB for nan na mo say go mo kasa Honorable Kennedy on say obi obey president it dey signal na o signal NDC for
right
dey me what you say
makase on timi media house no another campaign platform for NDC
na omo sanso kire mu say Honorable Kennedy na ase wakoshe NDC for echi oni NDC for na aka bom. How can it be possible?
The writer, a third of Bia, Yansa, Yaddo,
Yen Namfra.
Well, the writer, my yen common ye preco. The writer, and Como and Comobia, Sebi, I wasn't expecting, say, and Como be free and penny for many do say, or Manumaba. A third of Bia, say, oh, Ninia, na Usiadie, Yansa Yaddo, Nemum no, so what Jimmy Pua, Uninia, Usiadie Kakra, Semon. But Encrofayo must say, Nyansa Padia, or many no a parallel lines. Oh, be Adam the baby. Oh, say, or many Trenkaya. Nyansa any Tretamali. Or many Nyansa, any Trakabia. Now, how so because NDC for and a new Honorable Kennedy Agyapong. The writer, I am shocked, say, say NDC episode almost sponsor Obia. The writer, NDC will not sponsor a candidate here, or yet either say a winner and answer a runner up within MPP. And the answer because possible. Say nay NDC ma Honorable Kennedy resources ya say omo building amara strong and omo say empo so when we need 2020 MPP flag bearership 2026 year he has a potential age that's what him tibede no my mistake aden na NDC emphasize sika no enko build Haruna Idrusu atofo sen okuje to ablanwa asiadun ketia they have a lot of people among folks who GDA say almost bet my prima penny bia mana yiye come the say sika no e be sponsor wo mo enei utie NDC fo nkom a o ma dwen nyina kire o mo say baby o mo benya vote every day weekend MPP in 2028 no o mo di projects and budget sa vote no nti wahwa ye budget ukwa Ashanti regional minister o sorry bia na dwo oko life social media or chere projects ya e what budget in my in Ashanti region what has say NDC for no sponsor Kennedy Agyapong o me Kennedy Agyapong ye baako nyansa ni utirim say nyansa wo utirim you will understand say baby a wo kɔ no enye politics na wo ye Director, sir, comment to a very unfortunate.
And on a friend beyond politics
because
what politics no.
Oh, car and neck. I'm an artist. Yes, say. Or any power bet me dim penny down. Director, from which source? Mean Traha and Casse, Chinchina Chia, some say an or Benting or any election. Director, me young people. Oh, I don't care whoever MP elected.
Oh, young people, you don't care. But then, says a CIA, you know, yeah, the Honorable Kennedy and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Bijnawa.
Of course.
And you won't win you back.
Director, may you back. I didn't mean you back.
One hour can be before Quatraba.
Sorry to say, my junior Juma, minimum track, minimum kind. It is all the woman who topa. Me share or be a Juma what the any semi final. Now, me the junior who say why they are, or bet my way. I will choose Honorable Kennedy over Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. My reason is simple.
Okay.
Honorable Kennedy, a beer wapon, a beer bearman penny, on Timmy Juma. Me use a beer because on hold do a higher position in government. Why?
Okay, my can say, oh, can say a beer because unim watchina sem. Can say,
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, dear, Yehun Sano said, and another car say, President Mama Yehun Sano Dano. Me, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Sano. He cannot deny it, say, now the economy said in South Fairly. Aside that, Palugu Dam and Sam da Banano, you could tell what Palugu, oh, you could far, Neda, Dam Ben, and soon in the
why, Palugu Dam, why, propaganda, oh, bois, why, the writer, oh, bois, propaganda, yo, de. Why, Palugu Dam, no, I'm shocked. Me, where's the someone himself say, Bawumia, Palugu Dam, why, the writer, dear Mama name is Renny say, and Bawumia or you'll be up a penny, dear. Wobbe Palugu Dam, Edia send you chrome for anyone because from the chrome while what was Walker. The writer on ye, not why and also I write a new program. Sir, Opa for number to so now Obia or Palugu while Nasa Bogatanga. Omun freye omun omunam sa kwan so na omun twantre se Palugu Dam enti director with this inuma Dr. Bawumia so guni penimasi o
director edrumre bi se omun se ye be ka se Bawumia twa ntro na de Bawumia in a campaign era e be ka kire se Arab for person omun be boayen omun ba be sisi universities e northern part of Ghana se ye to aba na do we ni na Bawumia be Vice President, Saudi Arabia, and for no, only the Sikaba be investor had okay. Into such a person, say, can I say, no, say, Mumayanka, any problem? Okay. Me metra ha mekase, and people for changing away no some year. But me point in the say, okay. Some year campaigner, okay. Director, any based on a Jumani Panibet, he shouldn't be nipa way, or Nima Benida. Okay. A man for card chess, I train another. Away, Wabediman Penico.
Okay. Commander, young functional fe a big J and so emrem. Yes, a big fancy. Na a quick one. Na bokode.
Sinama nyamyadu me holding papa.
Na and someone up today. As Justice Bawumia sworn in a fellow marking and a Speaker of Parliament on Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia for Wama Cassetia Honorable Kennedy. Minimba be American fa.
Sinama mamma chair for. I'm copper me share.
Oh.
Sinamai, if you are so you know, so be Jimmy for break.
No question.
Mama, you won't to me, Honor. Yansani Beno. Won't you miss TV station? O Mamma Cassana, Cinema Yansani Beno. Now, Casana, Momo Preso by a president. Or by a president.
So was Honorable Kennedy, I'm one so may president.
No, but Nadia, you want to so by a president.
So a vice president, dear.
What did he?
Vice president.
And I
and we can and
I'm for so many bass
and $1 crossroad
and $1 crossroad. Why, dear? Oh, catch them, Mahama, so and comment and maybe I say, I've been off him. Maybe one, yes, I know. Oh, catch them, Mahama, and I've been off him. Mom and you, Mahama, now
incompetent.
I was an argument. Yes, I'm the one. Yes, and you know, it's not been off him. Satam $1 for cities. And now, see Mahama, and I've been off him. And I will but $1 for city now. You have to do 17 city. And to rather what I'm Chema. Yes, Yaka, but now for no Mujimi. You are MPP platform duo. Okasabia, almost away, we are in Disney. And the son, Omude, side Jimmy Samian, or Muguson, or Moye. And one thing of 2023 phone, Omuri, and still, Omuri Shanyan say, I did in a Maya. I dear what tin near my area. Say, Anna Mamoye. and to Omuna and Cassata, Omuni aim,
Omuni vision.
Omuni vision, or I didn't be under with Timsa. I didn't Tina 2024, or Bian Kotoaba Maya said, Yet Bawumia I say an hour as no my young canopy. See a person will be our president. Bawumia deserve.
Hey, sir.
Hey, Sasame Nicosamika.
What was the president now?
Yeah,
to Nimajuman and so.
I do a bay.
Namamood.
A mambo bay.
Ghana.
Ah, now pair on mine, vice president, Mamo by the whole free Kwame Nkrumah permanent. Nipa wa bon park say Bawumia.
Oh,
free Kwame Nkrumah ever premise assembly. The already Mahama Badibi. One whom I former president Kufuor, the vice president. Oh, Mark Kufuor never call ye. Nana vice president, dear Wabon. At the Bawumia, a bon, a bit seater. I don't think I got a forecast at there. Bawumia was only answer. I didn't eat the boy man. Why didn't I turn soup? And the young control about for a man is I'm to her. Oh, I know more about you. The guy people penny for anymore. Casamina wasn't come on Bawumia resign. Now the Ecoso party in the what's the Ecoso? I did your terminal. I said, almost I Honorable Kennedy. One one this for Momo dear Yatamo, almost MPP party. Now, unim nipa, no cray. Unim nipa and this for power, John Power MPP. I wouldn't say Kennedy Agyapong. Wouldn't say Kennedy Agyapong. And it's for Kennedy Agyapong. I would dear bro evidence or the Bamona. And the end it for first pan and it for Kennedy Agyapong. And the Ubanyana Okase, I Kennedy Agyapong. And this if one a one pushing, and this for more matam for say. Not down for me, angel. And to carry an as a wife in a waffle. What about Casa and this for the push Kennedy Agyapong? A black and this for to prepare or be a next 2028 or Monday Baba. So, Ebia, I honor a Bawumia Kofono or more Casa. Now, Honorable Kennedy, why he went people. Yeah, no one year. Let's say Ghana for say, no Kennedy Agyapong, no vote. At the Ghana for now, I must say 2024 Mudao. Sagana for any other so. And almost say no Kennedy Agyapong no vote. And it was so a day, me say, the Yamia Shirano, Upa any day. Untimino, Bawumia. Ah, that way, Bawumia. Kennedy Agyapong was some American or Batanya or General Mangyefu. Our phone for year, Juma. What Kennedy Agyapong go boom for dying? The Bano was second Agyapong. I go from machine. A brand I do by 2 o'clock. Nanko for now, Muta Dynamo. What pump on my free so Mukodam? Sanko for now about Sanko Sala, for 12 months of the president. Kennedy Agyapong will move your dying goods. Kennedy Agyapong on 4 be a sicko. On 4 Sika and Bagam come over so one of Vesca. Oh, yet me that become as a wow hair. One just a wonder. Oh, I never come about now. And I'm one, Miss Eba. And could do the Zemana, but it's about Najinako. Mese enkodu di chairman mese kwanya ba maya chipapo ye tumu 1 month bro na design you draw that's one day bro ah na chama on to me design nye one day not osufure Ghana for no ah na Kennedy Agyapong Bawumia ni a chama on to me a nye omu me ne nam eti fafa woni ma Bawumia nkofo no ma men kan kire Bawumia nkofo se afiwe 2025 I have a 2026. Young money yet to 2023. Messi Moody Bessia, you the Bawo. A gun for Christ, a young trouble more or be a year full and the episode. David, and Kassan, get so, but and the episode. Okay, me just say, Miss when I say me can say, the only end of my in Rebecca. Ah, is the only so obi na ejimi ni kwasa so say one na kwagina ba bia o say nkramofo mudia na aba mudia ne me monto aba mam odi oh david man no pani mu na kwagina ha ka we ya me ma kula na me ka sa david enye he say me se me ndi na dem one na kwagina ha say nkramofo mudia na aba monto aba mam ene nkramofo na say david wo ba unya wo hye ya bo say wo konzongo obibie bie adwuma wo nzongo ya hu bola kraka wo ye to abamon and nkramofo no krapo nkramofo se ye hia kramoni bia ye kramo papa bia onko sala to abamma Bawumia da because Bawumia ye halam Ukwaka no muntiase. Mum banja pass asem na afriwe. Ye ene boot for boot. Ye ntrase. Ama 2023 sida mumbu ya nkofo no. Ye ma omo ebinsi da. Ah, na mo bu nkofo. Na mo mukase mu ya mama chimya. Na amatra ka se kan Japan deserve president. Na wo se chairman to mu nyina bra ye abaya MPP chairman.
Okay.
Abomnya bra di MPP ani. Na abomnya bra no kura no oya to aba. Ububu aye zero. Ana montres president Kufuor ko ho anya seluda. Kufuor ko ho anya seluda. Wa ofuri silem fo kura.
Okay.
I am a dear son for ho ya pa.
Okay.
Say omusu so Bawumia so.
Na Abigi J, finally, oh my Ghana, and your Chief Justice Fufro, Justice Bafuboni, is said here, Obabe Chief Justice, quick one, in way.
Sinama, and the chama to me, about 50 years. Sinama, me say MP before, no chama to me more about, oh my God, 50 years. Cinema, see us, Americano. MP before, but, chama to me the end here. And our court on some Mr. Nisokase will be because say, oh, no, some quarter. I say, my judgment say, say, a boss are contempt, bet you. Contempt. I mean, I tell contempt man and watch and you contempt. I contempt 9 years a contempt. Obey and watch him, contempt no, I know about him. Other ye names a contempt and gas and him such amount to me. Oh, yeah, chino. Namina about me, Madiga Lesica. Contempt the free. Namia me to Sinamai. I do every energy minute also. And to me come away now, but Jimmy, I hope I quarter me you are no. Till the brain now, what Jimmy say, I didn't know about him. Some Casa Chama, but then 50 years you contempt the and change to who the individual. And the man and the matter, Lord, you know whom you are. Now, so wait, I am funny. Daddy knew whom, and I'm glad you know. Yeah, you go to my pastor. Na chama to me why I say men I am going to. Daddy you know as a man of a country. Na cinema and you rabbit back. Gabio cinema wow te. Near Jimmy Abba. Say family jail me. Oh, do the mail, Baby tell you. I did ya. Will be a warrior. I did. Oh, Titi. To overture a cloboto. Mention a cloboto. The whole guy on Jimmy. We are cloboto free man. Men I'm a dinka. And to me say, want to mean family. Say content. Now content no kwa content na kasaba tumia. Ono na da bia brand we dey ntimi mfone tum. Untimi nchino. Ndi Justice Bafuboni onya bi fonde. Oh, onchi omuntu no njelo mo 50 years. Na unim me da so say de ba chene ase ye chiktam. Ai, Bawumia so aka ho. Yes. Mahuru Bawumia. Mahuru Bawumia ne chino. Ne Bawumia ne jele ne 70 years. Mahuru. Yes. Because Bawumia jele no be su. Ananya Bawumia ne kaso wa bie dam. Ewe. Na komanda kwase o makofa o manhu dam. Atwe ukawe na makase ya nchinu tum angele 70 years awo se contempt bachem. Ono na betra se wa bie dam. Ana me na mekai. Minimba bi okonya sika na o se wa bie dam. Na ha aya za na me koka o se contempt bachem. Contempt no na me bachem. Contempt na bache abeche Bawumia. Tell us what could be the more and throws what be a dam. Nagana futu yesika yabuano and the mouse. For could be a dam near Hundama, Yancho, Uncle Bisa Dam. Erecho. And near Jello. And to wait contempt to be a cinema, many a day. You are me. Mebatana contempt to be a me. Contempt to no Bible whom you are not a sign. Is just a stroke on said ye or co. Oh, na unim. I'm at that almost pointing here. President Mahama munyaji tumie na na chama to me I say was that issue. Oh. Inti me badam. Me be ko 50 years. Ghana for mun soli o. Ghana for mun soli o. Judge way. O de me ko 50 years. When sika me ne muni ji yo. Follows me ana me 2 yo. Me ne munyina ko 2 yo. Ana me de mamu ma eye aduma o. Ana Ghana ko say, "Hey, chama to me." Munya sika no man ye bi. Dabio, chama to go to follow say Ghana you bianca go to follow so. Ya can now say MPP Ghana hang na sha wunsa. Anti nye na yeba ma ya jaw. Anti chama to me ehuna mane. Na wa o tin sama. Nsamba. Wanti dey. When the meeting wan chiro. Ya si Bawumia yere. Adi sika dollars. But $3 million bag ko ma ta want me. Mo hu ba bia fine. Na so ndi achekura o. Sa, anti we na end it for him. Who na onye current a wonte ye. Oh, se me de ma tin hu achiro. So what you me de ma myself. What you What did that mean? Mati, Macan.
90 Jama to Inquana, Chief Justice BJ.
Oh, Nipabro, Finance Minister.
Canafuriata.
Canafuriata.
That's one crowd your money at Dinasemu.
Oh, no, Nayade no Magan. Oh, Magan. And Jamanabian, you can say at Mukofan. And I used to always be now. I know work average. I was say Yakofan because o man we seek and where we are. And I got an average. And Mamma can say a Maya Quacho. And to Papa Jadu, ma one my uncle Fanamra. So, but I near you was some now, would ya found windy. Say, but yes, some next canoe I was here. Oh, and to name a baby cause but not so boy I catch a gun for so busy toilet. Yeah, toilet. Toilet, you baby. Nina was any say mine. A year you should move. And my chest about Nan Cotum. Action near Busasa toilet now, so busy or man, you. Because toilet then can him say, some of mine know in your Duma. Vice President, because he toilet, and never not person. When any MP for the Nicoya, a leader, our 9 lead Ghana for the school there was him because he toilet. I come the Ghana for was him because he toilet. And to come they were away and what me up for toilet.
Now, a friend of my council, hey, as I'm to know. Speaker of Parliament to for some TV. Now himself in a match with Jimmy. Oh, Mindina, and you but resign. Oh, Mindina, but okay, my cancer. What didn't was as much a send him in Diratum. What didn't was a sum of Parliament a check. Papa answer Papa, oh, ye cassa will be a penny more of fear. The brain up a panayan. I eat or desire a fata. Media be a mechanic after the match at the why as a baller. And people for how. Ah, no way of a dinner parliament and answer some knife in the match. Mother Mancasa, God said it, I die, you punch after the matches. Oh, yeah, I am people for you, leader. Unquires and answer some banner after the match. Ah, Ghana for him, punt away or dinner parliament and talk on Quano. Or Kenyans and the Paporia or Casam. What you say, I did not have a check. Or by a pen muta. Or by a you said that is a war after the match of the OT. One this answer who need to. And to after the match and was some kind of not to me. And for my mamma money how. I people for years 87. No, we say 100 130. What's MP 87?
MP for 87. Yeah. And 94 year. Sign 2/3. Yeah. 2/3 no. Yen chimney and for half no go 2 feet. And it for half and go no for half and face MP for. Omuna private and afro. Nti ma omo betena wo da omo ntera no munyi nkwasasam. Ah, sina ma mese makasa asem MP bia na wasole ya deep ka Bawumia chino. Mese ya beto about 2028 no munya luso mushi. Okay. And then for ma omo ha mo de munya maduma no. Aduma na Ghana for de ma omo sem ye ba munya ma munti o de omo nse hunu na omo parliament oka. Okay, abuso ya de ma hie kwa be sa ba biem ya kai fo nyina.